discussion with some prompted questions for, kind of get them going. And then kind of the wrap up of review of what we did and any questions, and to follow up with the homework for that next week.
So what kind of activities? Give me some hands-on ideas.
One of the first ones is a gumdrop tower. So they work together, and they're in the communication. They're not allowed to talk while working together. And then there are some questions in there of how was it working together? Did you learn anything about each other, kind of? And it's very interesting to see how families are like, I didn't know we could work together without talking, or we worked better because we couldn't talk. My kid couldn't tell me what to do, that kind of thing. So other ones are the family values. It's a little auction where they're bidding against each other for the values that are most important to them. And then we have that discussion afterwards about like, well, what was most important? Why did you, why did you not bid on that?
I like the nonverbal communication exercise. That does sound fascinating to watch a family that would get referred. And I was thinking, my own family, I could see us building the gumdrop tower a lot better, probably, without talking at each other, not to each other, right? And then I know we've talked before about like incentives and what that might look like for.
Yes, each family will get, typically what I've given them is some type of family graduation gift. So it's normally a board game, kind of supporting that family time. Because as youth get older, a 15, 16, 17-year-old may be too cool to hang out with mom and dad versus a 10 or 11-year-old. So they're getting something that helps them, kind of supports that to spend time together, and they have the choice. I'll give them the choice of, hey, what are you looking for? These are, maybe it's Monopoly or Sequence or something like that.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. So Brett, so again, juvenile supportive case management. It's something you're dealing with some difficult cases. Right, and so what does it look like? You've got, how long are you kind of dealing with, one youth in particular, and then what does the day in, day out look like maybe with them?
Yeah, absolutely. So the program, normally I work with youth between the ages of 12 and it can go up to 21 with Raise the Age. Okay. The program normally lasts 60 days, about 2 months, but it can be extended up to another month, so up to 90 days. And during that time, it's focusing on supporting the youth with supporting them to identify goals and to identify skills and grow in areas to complete those goals and to give them that experience so they can continue forward after the program's done. So it's very a quick in and out, but it's trying to support them getting experience and identifying their strengths and really utilizing those strengths and knowing how to capitalize on them.
So you're talking about goals. Give us some examples. Like, what is a tangible thing that you're helping somebody with?
Absolutely. So we use SMART goals, so very specific, measurable goals. During the 2 months, some examples of different types of goals that I've supported with is not getting suspended from school, consistently going to school 4 or 5 days, understanding that life happens, focusing on applying to jobs, whether it's assigning a certain number of applications or getting a job during the program and finding ways to consistently make it to work. And a variety of other goals. One important thing that I always do is have one fun goal, whether it's make a sports team, learn a new skill or hobby, or find something that they really enjoy doing and supporting them with getting the resources to participate in it.
Any success stories from any of the fun goals that you'd like to share?
Yes, I had one youth who really wanted to learn drawing, and we really worked on that, and they got really great at drawing afterwards. And one who really wanted to understand budgeting, and we got to do a lot of really unique activities, and it seemed to leave a lasting impact.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's neat. Thanks for sharing. So again, my name is Christian Hoffman. I'm the Vice President for Public Relations and Development at Community Missions. You're watching Community Link. We are talking to 3 of our staff from our Youth Division, our Reach Division, that collectively run different programs, but are called Alternatives to Detention. So we have Beth from Girls Circle, we have Kim from Family Solutions Program, and then Brett from Juvenile Supportive Case Management. One thing that it seems like a common theme that I kind of heard, and I guess I hadn't thought of it quite in these terms, is that it seems like you have a robust enough curriculum and the opportunities with the partners that you have to be able to tailor what you're doing to the specific needs for each of the kids, youth, that we're working with. So, I mean, you're talking about the different curriculum that you're working with Girl Circle. Run through some of those again and the different circles that you can run.
So I have probably about 15 different curriculums I can pull from. Some of them focus on coping skills and having a mind, body, spirit connection and focusing on how to keep ourselves at a good pace. We have expressing our individuality, which is more creative ways to find coping skills and express ourselves and communication styles. We have Path to Future, which focuses on goals, and I believe we do a mandala activity, which is really cool. So they find balance in their lives and they focus on how to kind of find a wholeness in themselves. So whether that's pulling in the community or being a supportive person at the school. And then we have really simple ones that are like how to be safe on the internet and how to have a relationship that might be safe. We have lots of different ones. I tend to do a lot on coping skills, how to be friends. I have a really awesome one that does like 9 to I think 14, and it focuses on friendship. And not only how to be a friend to someone in your class and be respectful, but how to be your own friend. So the first actual real week, so after we create the guidelines and values and we set up what we expect from each other in our group, we focus on how to support ourselves and to be our best friend. And it's a really cool activity that we do, and it focuses on positive attributes to themselves. So maybe you're funny, maybe you're brave, and how can we put that into being a good friend? Maybe you're that good listener, and so you tend to be a little more empathetic. But also how to use what we expect from people too. So how to use our communication styles to get our actual wants and needs across clearly without being aggressive about it. So not allowing our emotions to take over and actually calming ourselves down to be able to have the communication that we need. And a lot of the times the kids are like, oh, if I calm myself down, maybe my parents would listen to me. And I'm like, well, yeah, if you're screaming at them, of course they're not listening to you. But that's a hard concept for a middle schooler or high schooler to process. So doing some of these activities that are more hands-on and sometimes role-playing or arts and crafts, they're able to grasp some of that.
Great. And then you've mentioned a few of the different kind of areas that you can hit on as well, if you would recap those.
Yes, there's the education, and there's a couple of different units where one is the Gumdrop Tower and another is we're looking at a couple of different types of communication. And then there's also anger management and family values, and then there's homework within that where it's card time, turn off the radio and talk to each other, and doing something literally it's doing something with your kid, and it's not, oh, you have to go do this, it's whatever they want to do, and then following up with how was that, what did that look like, because they're not necessarily making that, when a kid is too cool for mom and dad, they're not getting that. So they're being able to do those activities with each other within that setting and kind of making them think and get out of the normal, school or whatever it may be.
So, Kim, if somebody's out there and it seems like maybe these are some things that might hit home, is there an opportunity for somebody just sitting there to be able to talk to you and figure out a Family Solutions program would make sense for you, or does it need to be a specific referral?
No, absolutely. They can go ahead and give me a call. I normally give out my work cell phone, which is 716-990-8128, and they can call me or text me on that, and I'll go ahead and talk them through that process, see how that looks, what's going on, and if it may be a good fit for them.
Great. And you can always visit communitymissions.org. We have our main number up there, 285-3403. And certainly if you say that we saw something, on the TV show and that it, for Family Solutions specifically, we'll make sure you get to Kim. And then Brett, kind of, who is involved with juvenile supportive case management? And if, some of these things that you're talking about kind of hit home with somebody, can they self-refer or do they need to get referred in through a program?
Yes, I work in Niagara County. The zip code specifically, most of the county I work in, And for referrals, they can't self-refer. I take referrals from Niagara County Probation, Niagara County Department of Social Services, and New York State Office of Child and Family Services.
Okay.
So if a youth is involved in one of those 3 referral sources, they can send the referral to me, and they complete a skill priority assessment to help me understand what we're looking to focus on and work on during the time together.
Sure. And then Beth, you're in Niagara Falls City Schools. So again, if you would have a girl in Niagara Falls City Schools, I would imagine a guidance counselor would be the best person to talk to about the program.
The guidance counselor, the social worker in the school.
Yep. To be able to get into that program. We'd love to do other school districts. If you're out there listening from a school district, certainly reach out and talk to us because it's a wonderful program. Certainly all 3 are.
In the summer, we do community groups if there is a want or a need. 2 summers ago, we were out in the Keenan Center, and we had about 4 to 6 girls coming out. So we are able to do others in the summer, but during the school year, unfortunately, I'm just in Niagara Falls School.
Yeah, good. Yeah, thanks so much. Well, thank you all so much for joining me and talking about your different programs and the great work that you do with our young people all throughout Niagara County. And again, if you're out there listening and something hits home, certainly reach out to either me or one of our staff here about the specific program that might make sense for you or your youth or something. And then also just want to recap, we hope that you'll come join us on Saturday, October 28th for the Fall Fiesta. It's going to be at our main site at Community Missions, 1570 Buffalo Avenue. And it'll be a fun fall day. Hopefully the weather cooperates. We'll have pumpkin painting, carnival games, some fun fall foods and such. Absolutely free. Absolutely anybody can come out and join us that day. We also have our Christmas program coming up. We have sign up stuff available on our website, communitymissions.org, and Holiday Help is linked at the top. You can go under, it says need help, and just go to holiday help there. If you want to be a sponsor, that's where you can sign up to sponsor one of our families, or if you need some holiday help yourself in getting Christmas presents for your kids, we can help with that process thanks to the wonderful community out there kind of helping us to be able to do just that. And we always need donations, especially around the holidays, of things like turkey and ham and all the fixins, the stuffing, the instant mashed potatoes and such. Our food pantry gives out a lot of that kind of stuff. So we certainly need donations like that, and also donations of men's coats, specifically. Any kind of jackets are wonderful, but men's coats, and then hats and gloves and scarves as we really get ready for the winter approaching, I hate to say. So again, my name is Christian Hoffman. I'm signing off for Community Link for this month. Again, thanks again to our Alternatives to Detention crew from our Reach Division at Community Missions, and we hope that you'll join us next month.